Hey guys, welcome to today's daily vlog. I'm still breaking out like crazy because my skin hates me. So if you got skincare tips that I can apply in the next month before they're gone, let me know. Oh man. So, I was driving home from dropping off Aiden and I was like, what topic do I want to talk about in today's vlog that, I haven't already talked about? And I wasn't really thinking of anything. The dog is being annoying. Go away, Gaia! And then as I was sitting there, drinking my morning coffee, trying to get pumped for the day, get all the things done, I got a bunch of DMs on Discord. And I'm trying to talk about this delicately. I don't want anyone to feel like I'm shit talking them or like talking behind their back. And, I'm being vague because I don't want, if people want to like point out who they are or like how they are involved or whatever, I want to give them that choice, not, you know, out anyone, I guess. And I am going to restrict comments on this video just to make sure that there's not like extra shit happening in the comments because I don't know. Basically, someone that's been in the community, my Topless Topics community for a long time, who has a particular way of making their point, has been having a ton of friction lately with other people in my community. And I've been in a really awkward bind because I don't like kicking people out of my community, once they've established themselves. If there's some fucking like random pervert Trumper or whatever who just jumps in, it's like, why are you here? Leave. But once someone's been an active part of like, hanging out with me on live streams and stuff like that, like I hate to be like, it's not working out, leave. I mean, I was talking about the other day how I finally, on Facebook and everything, which I don't use, I only have it to update the Topless Topics page, which I don't really bother doing anyway because the posts always get banned anyway, and also to try to communicate with some people who like refuse to use anything else, and I still don't like texting because it feels very like, answer me now! So I prefer social media because then it's like, answer when you want, if you want. But I finally just like gave up on a bunch of people that I was always the one trying to reach out and talk to them, and they were like not replying, or they were replying barely, or just like, I don't know, like I just, I was trying to read the room, as you could say, and finally I was just like, okay, I'm gonna cut all these people. I'm gonna stop trying to force friendship with these people that are not putting any initiative into returning the gesture. And it's hard, I still think I actually just had a dream about one of these people that, I had actually made videos with before, and she, I don't know, like when we worked in the same office, I felt like we got along with it pretty well, and we talked a lot and hung out together at lunches or whatever. But it's like, even before I moved, when we weren't working together anymore, she actually moved to a house that was like down the street from me, but I could never get her to want to hang out. She's always like, I'm busy. And it's like, I'm sure she had stuff going on, but it's like, if you're friends with someone, you make the fucking time. Especially if you like live easy walking distance. Like I'd be happy to, say she was working on a creative project, I'd be happy to go there and like help her with the project, just be around people. This is obviously pre-pandemic and before we moved up here from San Diego. But anyway, it just sucks. Admitting to yourself that, friendship with someone's not working. And I still don't know, if it's just, she just, fell out of it, just didn't feel the urge, didn't feel like being friends with me was worth replying to my overtures of hanging out positively or whatever. Or if she just literally decided like she's annoying or she's too blunt or something and just like decided to not be a friend. I don't know. But she just kind of turned hostile, and it's just like, to this day, I'm like, I'm like half and half. I wish that I knew what I had done wrong so I could not do it, but at the same time, it's like, I'm always trying to be nice. I'm always trying to be what people want me to be. If I already have an established relationship with them, again, if they're a Trumper and anti-vaxxer, don't give a fuck. Go fucking jump off a cliff. So half of me is like, I wish I knew what I did wrong so I could not do it. And then half of me is like, this is who I am. If I already was putting all this extra effort into trying to trying to be friends with her. Like, still to this day, I'm 36, I'm almost 37, you know, November, and I still am like, I must pay for everything and like drive everybody, you know, BDD and everything like that, so people will please hang out with me. Because I just, I don't know, like I want friends, and I apparently suck at talking to people. So back to the beginning of this vlog, when someone is part of my community and talks to me a lot and, you know, I think is my friend, I really, really have a hard time cutting off that kind of communication. And again, I'm not vague booking because I'm like, you know, the person's probably going to watch this video anyway. And again, I'm not trying to like vague book, but anyway, point being that, we all have our particular styles of communication, and I'm always trying to straddle the line between, you know, what I meant versus how it was taken. And I suck at, I guess, coding my language so that people, you know, so that I'm saying what I mean, but in a way that doesn't engage people's defensiveness. And, you know, that might be because I have autism, it might be because I have ADHD, I just might not, you know, have the skills to say things in the way that people will be more receptive to them. I think sometimes I do, but then it's like the more earnest I am about it, and or the more I want that particular person to respond favorably, the worse I am at it. I don't know. But, you know, but other people who are very secure in themselves, I mean, I assume it comes from a place of self-security. I don't know, because I'm not like this, but, you know, a lot of other people are like, well, this is how I meant it. If you took it differently, then that's on you. And then other people are very much like, you know, I'm actually closer to the opposite of that, where it's like, you know, oh, I'm really sorry that it didn't come off as I meant. I'm like, you know, it's all my fault, blah, blah, blah. I'm not as much in that corner as I used to be, but I still like, you know, I feel like I've mentioned Vaush so many times, but the thing that comes up a lot in his videos is, you know, how quick the left are to turn on each other if you say like one thing slightly out of line. And it makes me really hesitant because I really, really, you know, I 100% agree with like 99% of left positions. And no, I'm not going to go into the 1% that I disagree with, because again, if I give voice to any of it, I will be eviscerated. I should have been, you know, eviscerated already just with the many times I put my foot in my mouth. But that's one of the benefits of basically having very few new people watch me, just established regulars who seem to be, I mean, if I really fuck up, they'll definitely call it out to me. And this person that I, you know, that has decided to leave the community definitely called me out on it, including a lot of times where I had no idea that I said something that was objectionable, and he let me know. Yeah. Anyway, so it's just awkward because it's like, I just want everybody to get along, and I don't know how to like force that to happen. So I feel bad that, you know, in my community there's all this strife, and it's just like, I don't know. I think it is kind of irreconcilable. I think that, you know, we all just have very different communication styles, and, you know, maybe a lot of trauma and unprocessed things where like negativity bias, you know, where like someone says something vague, and if we have a negativity bias, we take it as an insult. I mean, that's something that I deal with Matthew a lot, my husband, where he like will take everything I say. Like when he's in a bad mood, he'll take everything I say as like a malicious, you know, insult. And it's like, that's not how I meant it at all. And like a lot of times he'll get really, you know, weird about it. And I'm just like, that was not how I meant it at all. I'm very confused how you took it that way. And a lot of times, you know, I will literally be angry that he fucking took it to this extreme that I feel like was completely unwarranted. And, you know, when I am angry, it's hard to be rational. And obviously the dynamics are different. He's my husband. I see him and talk to him in person every day. It's much different than like text only, where, you know, not only can your wording be vague, but there's no audio nuance or anything to maybe make it seem like if you're less hostile, then you're not really trying to be hostile, even though your words are very blunt. So I don't know. But yeah, I'm just like, you know, looking at these other creators. I had that situation some weeks ago. I actually made the videos private because they were like really angry, and I watched them later and it was like, okay, that was way too hostile on my part. But I had that situation where this live streamer who I have known of for a really long time, and content creator, she only started live streaming like, I don't know, last few years, I think. She probably live streamed before, but I never watched them. Anyway, she has this one mod that's very, 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 very ban happy. And it made me afraid to talk in her room because, again, like I'd say, basically he thought everything was self-promotion. And there were like, I don't know, comments like someone would ask like, you know, what's a good mic? And I'd be like, oh, this one's worked out pretty well when I've live streamed. And he'd ban it as self-promotion. I'm like, what? They asked for a recommend. Yeah. So it's made me afraid to talk in her live streams. And I haven't really been to a live stream of hers in a while. When I do go, I try to just like, I quadruple check what I'm about to post and make sure it has no, as far as I can tell, no connotation that I also make content or anything like that, because I don't want this fucking overzealous mod to ban me. I don't know. Anyway, so I guess my thoughts today are just kind of that I feel kind of sick inside that it like blew up as much as it did, because I don't want the person who left the community to feel bad. I don't want the people who were having the strife with them to feel bad. I just want everyone to get along and feel good. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's anything that needs to be done further. The person that left said that he and I are cool. Literally, that's how he put it, is that you and I are cool. I think that's how he put it. I don't remember exactly what it was. But anyway, which I'm glad for, because I know he and I especially have had a lot of situations where he said that I said something wrong or offensive and I did not see it that way. And, you know, I've also always been like, you know, this is a random tangent, but I had a best friend for like a decade, back when in my late teens and early 20s, who was mostly an online friend. I actually did live with her in Florida for like half a year, and then we just made really bad roommates, so I moved back. And I've mentioned her before. Her name was Angel, and she was sort of this older sister slash friend, and she was very, very negative. And I mean, she had a hard life. Like, from what I remember, she had been raised by her grandparents because her mom was just a fucking mess, and like one of the grandparents killed the other grandparent and then committed suicide, and like lots of fucked up stuff. So, you know, obviously she had a reason to be negative, but she was also so fucking harsh to me and would just constantly be like, you did this wrong, you did that wrong, you did this wrong. And every time she would do it, I would be caught between like, well, fuck her for saying that about me, she's got plenty of problems, and oh god, you know, I hate being this way, I hate myself, I gotta change. And it's not healthy. And then abruptly, when I was like, I don't know, 22, something like that, and she was 28, she died very suddenly of a heart attack. And it really fucked with me. My second child, Aiden, is named after a character from the roleplay stories that we did. We did novel style roleplay like religiously, as in like every second of every day, pretty much. In fact, I have an infamous story where I was out at a haunted house with friends who, you know, I had to, it's really hard for me to even have someone I could dare call a friend. He was actually a coworker, and she like texted me, and this was really early days where you had to like press a button 3 times to text, because I'm fucking old. Like you had to cycle through A, B, C if you wanted to see or whatever. She texted me and was like, when are you gonna be home? When are you gonna be, I want to live stream, when are you gonna be home? Or not live stream, role play. And I was just like, but yeah, so, you know, I had that whole trauma thing. So, and I already, my entire life had, you know, refer back to my bullying video where I fucking cried on camera because I still have a lot of trauma from this. I've always struggled with like, how do I say things the right way so that people like me? I don't want to lie. You know, I don't like being a liar. I don't like, you know, pretending to like someone even if I hate them or whatever. It's more that I just wish that I had the skills to say things in the way that you're supposed to say them so that people, you know, react favorably. Even if you're saying something that, you know, tough love, even if you're saying something that that's not you know, that's not necessarily a compliment, say it in a way so that they don't feel attacked. I suck at that. And I wish that I wasn't, but I don't know, you know, other than trying to think about it, I don't know what else I can do. That's the thing too about, you know, like with Matthew and stuff is, except when he's in a really bad mood, I feel like for the most part I don't have to be so careful about what I say. Like, I don't have to like stop and think and try to filter it through my brain and be like, how is a neurotypical gonna, you know, think of this sentence or whatever. But I don't know. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, you know, having all these people with very different communication methods works out. You know, some people are just like oil and water and it's never going to work. Try to mix them together. And, you know, whose fault is it? I don't think it's really a kind of blame thing. I think it's, again, just accepting irreconcilable differences, you know, accepting that as long as your personality is what it is, if you're trying to be friends with someone who can't stand that kind of personality, it's never going to be a good friendship because you're always going to be like, how do I be what they want me to be? Which is, you know, again, what I've dealt with a lot as my entire fucking life. So anyway, yeah, just, I don't know. I'm all like nerved out and just, I don't know. I just feel bad that it happened the way it happened, but maybe from now on it'll be a little less crazy. I don't know. We'll find out. All right. I gotta take a shower and then try to get to work. Maybe take the dogs for a walk to see if I can like get my mind off of this a little bit. Even though it's still fucking raining every day. I got this burst of creativity yesterday. I didn't go door knocking or phone banking, by the way, yesterday. I didn't go door knocking because I was like, okay, door knocking and then phone banking is going to be a lot. And then I didn't go phone banking because my throat was hurting. Because I think Matthew gave me his cold. And I was just like, do I really want to talk to people who are going to fucking hang up on me and be assholes for 2 hours? So I stayed home and played a little bit of Dying Light 2 with Matthew. And yeah. I don't feel sick today, though. So, and it's good because I am going to try. It's like the last day before the vote is due. That school levy that I was like mentioning in the last video. So I'm going to make myself door knock. And if nothing else, like it'll be kind of a socialization because I haven't done it yet, but my understanding is that after school, like the teachers and parents and stuff meet together and then break off into groups and then go down a street and just like knock on people's doors and be like, hey, can we talk to you about this levy? Can we introduce you to our Lord and Savior? No. Just because, you know, you don't have to have a parent to vote on this. You just have to be in the district. And, you know, again, most people are not political junkies. Most people don't vote, especially in local elections. And so, you know, you have to really go out of your way to inform them and to be like, please vote. Please don't only let the idiot conservative Trumpers who fall for fucking QAnon conspiracy be the only one voting. Because that's how we get into these messes. So, I'm not going to do it with Link. I'm going to let Link come home on the bus and I'm going to go by myself because if I have Link with me, I will be focused entirely on trying to keep him from being crazy and running away and everything like that. I won't be able to like socialize at all. So I have very, very active kids. They did let me sleep for like 3 nights in a row though. So that's been really nice. All right. I'm going to get out of here. One more time. I'm not trying to shit talk people. I'm not trying to like make more drama. I just kind of wanted, because I'm trying to do these vlogs every day. I don't even know who really cares about them, but, you know, I'm just trying to, I just wanted to get some thoughts out about how awkward and conflicted, not being able to force people in my orbit to get along feels. And so hopefully I don't accidentally open a whole new can of worms with this video. If so, perfect example, not what I meant, might be how I was interpreted, but not what I was meant to do. Okay, I'm gonna hang this, you know, stop this before I incriminate myself anymore. So, bye. I don't know how to end this creatively. Okay, bye.